Excellencies, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to extend a warm welcome to you all, wherever you are connecting around the world, and thank you for joining us online to mark the beginning of the 15th International Conference on Community-based Adaptation to Climate Change. This is the second time the CBA community has come together online. We are all adjusting to the challenging new realities brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic, and we welcome the commitment to ensuring that this community of practice can continue to meet, interact, and inspire each other. This year remains a critical year for action on climate, biodiversity loss, and poverty. While our attention has been on the pandemic, these crises have not left us. The stakes have never been higher today than before. A recent World Economic Forum report found that half of the world's GDP, $44 trillion, is moderately or highly dependent on nature, which is globally under threat in many places. Indeed, all of these challenges are interlinked, and the vulnerable and marginalized people suffer the most and are the hardest hit. This year, our collective desire to bounce back stronger from the pandemic presents a tremendous opportunity. The COP15 on biological diversity and COP26 on climate change will be held towards the end of this year. We must use these moments to recommit ourselves and call the major economic leaders to provide leadership to deliver ambitious NDCs, to close the ambition gap, to keep the 1.5 degrees Celsius goal within reach, and to scale up support for real actions on the ground, in particular for locally led adaptation actions. The Least Developed Countries Group have launched the LDC vision to be on climate resilient development pathways by 2030 and deliver net zero emissions by 2050 to ensure our societies and ecosystems thrive. At the UN Secretary General Summit in 2019, through the Life Air initiative, we are working on the whole of society approach through government collaboration and a mechanism that will deliver 70% of the climate finance to the local level. At CBA15, we began discussions on a set of principles on how adaptation can meet the needs of the most vulnerable. This year, 8 principles are now currently gathering endorsements from organizations all over the world, from both the public and private sector. At this CBA, we will explore what those mean in practice. We will seek your perspectives on what needs to change to ensure all people can thrive in prosperous, resilient societies. The CBA 15 is an opportunity for practitioners to be heard on these important issues. It is you, the practitioners and representatives of your communities, who are on the front line of climate change impacts. It is you who have the knowledge and experience we need to inform future progress. The CBA 15 has 5 themes, and discussions on these themes are more relevant today than ever before. First, the climate finance theme will explore how climate finance can be made more accessible to those on the front line of climate action. Second, the responsive policy theme will look at how communities are pushing for more inclusive decision making. Third, the nature-based solution theme will focus on food systems, exploring how we can capitalize on indigenous and local knowledge. Fourth, the new innovation for adaptation theme will identify what works in bringing innovative ideas into mainstream. Finally, the youth inclusion theme we'll explore how young people can have more involvement in decision making. Alongside the workshops, I also encourage you to participate in the community boards, join the skills shares to build your knowledge, and to fully participate in the conference. The CBA15 is your platform as community-based adaptation practitioners. It is a space where your voice can be amplified and where we can push for climate action needed to protect our communities. We look forward to a very interactive discussion and innovative solution to improve the abilities of our local communities to adapt to the effects of climate change, build resilience to climate shocks, and reduce vulnerability. I thank you and wish you all success.